Hi, my name is James and I come from South Africa. South Africa is a very interesting country. It's been a democracy for only 16 years. It's home to the Big Five, which include the lion, the leopard, the buffalo, the elephant and the rhino. And our president has 3 wives, so it's quite an interesting country. But so is Taiwan. In Taiwan, people think that convenience is very, very important, and it's interesting to experience that as somebody from South Africa. I lived in Switzerland for 5 months, and even in Switzerland, where convenience is important, the convenience stores there were not nearly as amazing as they are in Taiwan. Also in Switzerland, people aren't very friendly towards foreigners, but in Taiwan everyone is really, really friendly to foreigners, so it's very, very special to be here. One of the highlights of Taiwan is the variety of creative dishes that it offers. For me, my favorite restaurant is a small place near Ho Shan Pi station. I guess it's a traditional Taiwanese restaurant, and you can sit down on small black chairs and you can drink Taiwan beer, and they bring you a variety of different Taiwanese dishes. My favorite dishes are 3-cup chicken, Sunday tea, and another dish with chili and peanuts and chicken. I think it's called gong bao chi, right? And then lastly, deep fried oysters. They have this dish with these oysters that have been fried, and then this special powder on the side which you can dip them in. And it just, the taste is incredible, and the oysters are so cheap, because in South Africa you pay a lot of money for oysters. So that restaurant near Ho Shan Pi station is probably my favorite restaurant in the world. Seriously. The best experience I've had in Taiwan was cycling from Kaohsiung to Keelung during Chinese New Year. So it took us about 8 days. We cycled on our bicycles, not our motorcycles. And on average, I think we did maybe 120 kilometers every day. But some days we would just not cycle, just recover, relax. There was one day quite early on when we were cycling through Taidong, and we got there very late, and we couldn't find anywhere to stay. So we went to a binlang shop, and we asked an old lady at the binlang shop where we could find a place to stay, and she let us stay at her shop. So they had an extra room and we spent the night there. But normally we slept at temples. So
cool.
On most nights we stayed at temples. And it was a really amazing trip. The views were incredible and the people were very, very friendly. It was probably, definitely one of the best weeks of my life. Also, more recently, I did a triathlon in Ilan. In Chinese, you say Ironman. Triathlon that I did was 1.5 kilometers of swimming, then 40 kilometers of cycling, and then 10 kilometers of running. And it was a really exciting event. It was very, very well organized, and it was in a very beautiful place next to a very beautiful lake. And lastly, for exercise, I do Kung Fu in Taipei, which I think is really great. The people who teach here are much wiser than the people who teach in the West, I think. So yeah, it's really special to be able to learn Kung Fu in Taiwan. Right. My advice to people who want to learn English is don't be afraid of making mistakes. A lot of people don't want to speak English or don't want to try speaking because they're afraid of making mistakes and feeling embarrassed. But yeah, you shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes. Actually, it's a good thing to make mistakes because then your teacher can do his or her job and correct you and help you to improve. So the more you talk, the better, which is why at David's we say it's your turn to talk.